Hi, today we're going to be taking a look at the Chuwi Hibook Pro. I haven't really been doing many videos recently, and it's not because of lack of technology, it's mostly because of general day-to-day life. But I wanted to kickstart my videos again by doing a small series on the Chuwi lineup. So starting with the Chuwi Hibook Pro. So I'm going to do this as an unboxing, then I'm going to go and do a full review, and followed by a BIOS update and a reflash of your software. So keep an eye out for those in the coming weeks. But I want to go right into it and start by unboxing this tablet. Now, I haven't opened this. I also have the keyboard to take a look at shortly as well. And I haven't opened that either. But I've just taken it out of the box it came from. Now, just a heads up, if you order from Banggood or GearBest, you can request that it does come in a box. They do have two versions on their website, well, Banggood does anyway, which is the original box version and their repackaged version, which means it comes in polystyrene. You might have seen in other videos, which means they just take it out of the box. You don't get the actual physical box. You just get it all re-wrapped up, so it's a little bit more secure. So just look out for that. But otherwise, this is what you'll get. So I'm just going to take a quick overview of the box, and then we're going to go and have a look inside at actually what you get. So the box is identical to all of the Chuwi lineup. Just Chuwi on the front, Intel inside. On the bottom, on this side, it's telling you just general stickers, serial, what have you. On the back, where they are, how to get in touch with them, Chuwi logo again. And then on this side, you have what it is. So it's a Chuwi Hibook. This is the Pro version. This is the Intel quad-core Z8 300 version, which is the standard 1.84 GHz X5 Atom processor. So they haven't changed that since the general Hibook. It comes with 4 GB of RAM, which makes a huge difference in these machines. I would definitely recommend that if you are going to go for any other brand of tablet, obviously I would recommend Chuwi, but if you're going to go for any other brand, make sure you get 4 GB. It comes with eMMC. Now I have seen that this has got a Toshiba eMMC in it, so a nice branded one, and its colour is classed as grey. So that's all that you get on the box. So let's have a look at what you get inside, if I can get in this. Nice and tight. Okay. So we have one tablet, which I will come back to very shortly. Then we have some accessories. We have one, appears to be, in my case, European power adapter, but depending on where you buy this from, you'll most likely get a US version. It's pretty decent. Now, I do say in all my videos, I tend to go for very reliable power supplies. I tend not to use the ones that are in these, but I've actually had a good few reports that these are a pretty sturdy charger. So it might just be worth keeping hold of and charging your tablet with. Now, this is also capable of delivering 3 amp to the tablet, so it charges a little bit higher than most of the other Chinese brands, and that's 5 volts. So it should be, yep. We also get one standard USB to USB-C, so another handy type cable. So I'll be trying that shortly as well. And underneath we have the general warranty information and past quality control sticker and some other things in Chinese, which I'm no point getting out because I don't read Chinese. I'll put that to the side. I think that's it in the box. So let me put that back there so we can sit it on something a bit higher. And here is the tablet. So, very reflective display. So we need to get this turned on so you're not just seeing the ceiling and the camera. It comes with the sort of 2-layer screen protector. So the great thing about these is once I take off this piece, I do actually have another screen protector underneath, because you can see there's a, I don't know whether you can see that in there, there's a couple of bubbles. That's not too bad. You can always bob online and get some screen protectors dead cheap. So I'm just going to have a quick overview of what the tablet is actually made of. So on the front, which we'll see the screen shortly, it's got the Windows button. It's got a 2 megapixel camera, I think. I don't think they've changed this. I think it's still 2 megapixel. On this side, you have one of the stereo speakers. The entire surround on this is aluminium. So it's a really, really nice finish. Feels very sturdy. Unlike other tablets where you get a bit of movement, this is very sturdy because it's exactly the same as the original Hibook. Underneath you have the dock, so to dock to the keyboard, as well as the connectors, because to connect to the keyboard and USB. Then on the side, you have the other speaker. You have, let me see if I can get that in shot. You have your SD card, which I believe takes up to 128 gig. You do have to format this correctly to get the 128 gig on Android. I think you have to format it to FAT32 to get a full 128 gig, but on Windows it doesn't matter what it's on. You have your USB Type-C connector. Then you have your micro USB, which also acts as an OTG cable, so you can plug in a hub into that. You have your microphone. This is actually HDMI, but for some reason on my printing, I think the sticker's still on it, so I need to peel that off, but I'm not going to try and do that now on camera. And then you have the headphone port, and generally on the back you have the Chuwi information, what it can charge at, so 5 volts, 3 amps, its version number, and its serial number. And it's got a little quality pass sticker, it can come off there. On the top you have your power button, as well as your, I'm trying to get this in shot, your up and down volume keys, which when you see on turn on the tablet lets me choose whether I'm choosing Windows or Android. And then you have your 5 megapixel focus camera. So this is actually able to focus on your subjects. It's an okay camera. It's all right for taking general photos, but then again, I don't really see the point of using a tablet to take photos, but some people do. So I've smudged the screen now, great. But let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's see if it's got any power. Do we have any power? Yes, we do. So you have a little status light that does appear here, and an ambient light sensor to know how bright it is in the room. And then it's asking me what I want to choose. So to begin with, I'm going to boot into Windows. So I'm going to push the down key. Now this is the first time it would have been booted since it was flashed. So it might take a little bit longer than normal to boot. But I gotta say, from here, the angles on this screen look pretty good. The black looks very black, whereas on most screens it looks grey. So yep, they've done exactly the same as what they normally do. They just install one user, which is CW, which is Chuwi. Tends to not come with anything on it, just comes as it is. Now this is, wow, this is far better than the Chuwi Hibook. So normally on these tablets you have quite a gap. Now the Hibook was criticised because the gap on the screen was, you know, it was a good 3, maybe 4 mil from, you know, the panel to actually where the actual display was. Now because this is a laminated display, and I don't know whether I can even get anywhere near showing you this, it looks edge to edge like they're touching. So it looks really, really clean. I'm trying to get this best in focus. I'll do this properly in my in some shots at the end of this video so you can see this a little bit more in detail. But overall, really neat. Nice display. Nice angles too. Still a very reflective screen though. That's one thing that is a bit annoying in bright sunlight, but indoors it should be absolutely fine. So let's just take a look at the specs. So there we have it. We are using a Chuwi Hibook Pro tablet, Intel Atom 1.44 gigahertz, which does actually go up to 1.84, 4 gigabytes of RAM, touch support with 10 touch points, same as what they've been putting in all their other screens, as well as you also have an activated version of Windows. So it comes pre-activated, so you shouldn't have any problems there. And it's running Windows 10 Home. So I want to have a quick look to check out this eMMC. Yeah, so it is. So it is running a Toshiba 064GEA. So they've actually put a pretty decently branded eMMC in there. They just keep on going up. So yeah, really good, really impressed by that. I'm not going to go through too much here, but the one thing I do want to check is to make sure that the USB C port works. Now these are really cool. You can pick these up quite cheaply. These are USB-C, it's USB Type-C to USB-A 3.0 adapter slash USB flash drive. So essentially it means you can plug it into a normal computer or you can plug it into your newfangled device. So I just want to double check this works. Brilliant. So that's cool. I've not got anything on it yet. I need to put some videos and things on it to test out. But overall, yep, that's great that that works because it didn't work on my other one. But yeah, so that's Windows. I'm not going to go too much into depth on specs. I just wanted to very briefly show you this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to swap over to Android and take a look there. And just to show you how easy the process is, you have an app on your desktop. So double tap that. And then it switches over. And this should take a few seconds. So while we're going through that, just so you know, it is running Android 5.1. The screen on here is 2560 by 1600. So it's quite a wide display, slightly less height, but it's a nice form factor. You also have Wi-Fi B, G and N. It is only running 2.4 gigahertz, it's not running dual band, so it means that you won't get the same speeds as you would, let's say something like an iPhone or a Samsung, Galaxy S. But it still should get you decent speeds. I'll look at that in the review, but normally the tablets get around 40 meg download, so it ends up being half decent for what you need it for anyway. So this is what it does. It shows you the tablet. This is Android running for the first time. Brilliant. So it's actually asking me to go through the welcome steps. So this has been left for me to set up, which is what Chuwi have been doing most recently, rather than having one pre-configured for you. It means you can go through the setup process and you can choose exactly what you want it to be. So let's very quickly run through this. British summertime. Let's skip as much of this as we can. There we go. And here we are in Android. So pretty quick. It's running, like you say, 5.1. Not really much I can tell you about this at the moment. I need to get some stuff installed, but by the looks of things, I don't actually have anything installed on here. I don't have any bloatware. There's normally a Chuwi app or two on here, but I don't think there is this time. I think they've just left it as it comes. Yeah, so there we go. So there's a very quick overview of the Chuwi Hibook Pro. If you've got any questions, anything you want me to go through, please leave them in the comments below, because I will be doing a full review video where I'll be going a lot more in depth into exactly what this tablet has to offer. But otherwise, have a great day, and I'll look forward to speaking to some of you soon. Thank you.